Greetings, my friends. This is Gilles Mansillon. I thought I'd come and wish you a wonderful day. For I'm here in the Alps, and I wanted to say it's very important to rest and relax right now, because it's been an accelerated downloading of codes, and now there is a great deal of solar activity. So it is important to slow down, to not exhaust yourself in this mental process. Do not try to understand all that is going on, because there is so much that is going on behind the scene, and we may get exhausted in trying to figure out when we can actually access the freedom just through relaxation, connecting to the Mother Earth, connecting to the Creator, invoking the sacred fire, connecting to the angels, the archangel. All those beings are here to assist in the process of our ascension. So I'm going to pull a card and discuss an idea or two. The card of the day is TikTok. It is connecting to the timeless moment of now. Until we're projecting our thoughts in the past or the future, we're going to miss the moment of now. But this moment of now has always been here. The key is to move from the present into the presence of the Creator, the great presence, the great I Am presence. No, you are your I Am presence. I am my I Am presence. For that is very powerful to eventually come into this realization. And I'm put a few cards with the angels. For it is a card at a time of reparation as well. We're going to need to bring all the energies into balance, because so much is in chaos. And so just trust, the observer is love. The highest wisdom is destiny. We will need to fulfill our mission, to move into our destiny, to ascend. For it is all about finding joy, finding pleasure in the service, finding those things that makes you feel good, and to continue to ascend and to fulfill the mission. For there was a lot of light workers that came here from higher planes, from the pure sphere of light, to assist this planet in its liberation, but the planet has already been liberated. It's just humanity that's lingering behind. So the key is to also understanding that some beings will come very powerful souls that fall into the darkness when they're here. So hopefully they will see the good sense in returning to the light now. For the highest wisdom is what we need to understand is the light. What is the light? The light is information. Light is truth. Light is the connection between the material and the spiritual. What we need to do is reconciliation, to reconcile ourselves with ourselves mostly, and with others as well. So it's continue to practice forgiveness, and to trust that by forgiving you're liberating yourself from unwanted negative connections. For everybody will have to face the consequences of his or her action. For life is not there is no God will take care of the understanding that everybody understand the cause and the effect, and we came here to play these games here of duality, but at some point we need to liberate ourselves from the trauma. So they're creating all kinds of in the internet, and they're trying to create to ruin the economy. They're trying to create social unrest, to create, because they're feeding from that. So it's just do not engage all those darker forces, and then breathe, ask for guidance, ask for light. For within the light, the darkness cannot penetrate it, and the outcome will be happiness. Happiness will be a lot of gratitude. When we move into gratitude, we have already achieved most of the work has been achieved. I wanted to briefly discuss the idea of this all kinds of the visions that the third eye is going to open. We're going to start becoming more sensitive to the spirit of nature, and in the mountain, if you want to make first contact with extraterrestrial, right now the most present of all extraterrestrial forces are the Pleiadians. And the beloved brothers from the Pleiades. For there are many groups. They're working. Some of them are working independently, but most of them are working through the higher consoles. And but if you want to make this first contact on a physical plane of a third kind, you got to go into a place that's completely isolated, and you have to go with people that are really ready. If somebody's not ready, it's not going to happen, because a lot of people think mentally that they're ready to meet extraterrestrial, but if a ship lands and beings very different from human come out of it, they might generate fear, and if they generate fear, it's like they're not ready. So I haven't received any specific information to do that right now. I'm just focusing on my project. Spirit is aligning me with that, the reparation, the balancing of my life. I also wanted to talk about Sasquatch. It's a race of beings that are ancestral to humanity. They're like what's known as the Yeti or those kind of beings. For I met them in Colorado, in Crestone, Colorado, this magical place of Crestone, Colorado. It was a whole tribe. There was so much love, so much. They're very friendly beings. They used to be third dimensional, but now they're fourth dimensional. They date from before Atlantis even. And so they're but when they come into the physicality, now they no longer reproduce, they no longer die, they're just waiting for the ascension, but they're very loving beings. It's just sometimes they've been when they move into the third dimension, it's like somebody shoot a bullet at them or an arrow at them, they can be hurt, and then they cannot return to the fourth dimension, so they could become a bit defensive. But other than that, they're very loving beings, and there is nothing to fear, and they still exist, they still live in a subtle plane inside the mountains in seclusion. But I'm sure if you want to contact them, you'll see that they're quite wonderful beings. And as far as I can remember, it was a genetic experiment that the Pleiades insert a little bit of their DNA within those beings long time ago, and that kind of a line that developed a more humanoid form of life. There was many experiments, because this planet is an experimental planet, so there were many advanced extraterrestrials that run their own programs of experimentation, some of them positive, some of them negative. For the Arcturians were more about the non-interference, yet the Pleiades brought agriculture, they brought all kinds of things to them, to those hybrid beings, and then there were all kinds of other hybridation. So we need to bring all back into the one balance of all. So it's about transmuting all the trauma of the reptilian brain, transmuting the Orion parameter, the need for conquest, and this like the power over all those things. We're here to resolve all that. And so it's like, but you will see that the third eye will definitely be more and more open, and more synchronicity in this timeless moment of now, the TikTok, this card of the day. So I just thought I'd come and say hello. I thank you very much for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. I thank you for your donations. If you want a private session, you can send me an email. I'm going to finish with a song. It's a song that talks about this natural mystic in the air. It's about, if you listen carefully, you will hear. So it's about tuning into the settled planes, which always has been here. They always have been here. It's just we're getting more sensitive to it. And do not try to understand or answer all the questions. There is no need. If you let go, for the questions will be answers. Everything will be known, and there is all the truth will be known. It's just a matter of being patient and to realize the world is already slowly but surely, all the dominoes are falling. Australia has been liberated. If you watch the news, you will see amazing. There's like this. There's all kinds of countries are also led by people that are quite conscious. Yet there is still all the puppets of the dark shadow government, but those beings they're completely desperate, and they're completely lost, because they think that they cannot prevent love from emerging from within the heart, and so they're accelerating their program of robotization, of hybridation with technology, of like so just all those technology we're using they're part of their program. So just learn to step out and develop your telepathy. For once we'll have this telepathy, this will be far more the psychic internet will be far more enriching and personal and meaningful and fulfilling. So just I'm not saying not to use technology, the screens, but if you're always there, you don't have time to develop your psychic connection, and this is really what needs to be what needs to happen once we'll be in our connected self. We won't really have to worry about. We won't have questions. The answers will come naturally. So the song goes like this. There's a natural mystic blowing through the air. If you listen carefully, now you will hear. This could be the first trumpet, might as well be the last. Many more will have to suffer. Many more will have to die. Don't ask me why. Things are not the way they used to be now. Won't tell no lie. One and all got to face reality now. Though I try to find the answer to all the questions they ask, Though I know it's impossible to go living through the past, don't tell no lie. There's a natural mystic blowing through the air. Can't keep them down. If you listen carefully, now you will hear such a natural mystic blowing through the air. This could be the first trumpet, might as well be the last. Many more will have to suffer, many more will have to die. Won't tell no lie. If you listen carefully, now you will hear such a natural mystic blowing through the air. There's a natural mystic blowing through the air. So it is a time really to rest. I recommend you prepare your body, your physical body for ascension. We need to get really comfortable within the fourth dimension, the positive fourth dimension, where we're comfortable with love, joy, abundance, freedom, and we are able to project within the quantum field in order to create our reality. Once the inner circle is resolved, the reality will manifest. For on the seventh dimension, there is no more need for resolution. The inner resolution has already happened in the sixth dimension. So whatever you think appears immediately. But here in the fourth dimension, we want to manifest in the third dimension, in the physical plane. For this is really what we need to settle down within that dimension, and then we'll find the integration within the fifth, which does not prevent our consciousness from, once we are the doors are open, we can travel freely into all dimensions. Let yourself be guided by your guides, by your soul, by your creator, by your angel guides. And the card of the day is to defend our conviction. Yes, to defend our conviction. Trust. Assert your place. Do not refuse to go on with insanity. Whatever they say on the matrix, if it's an insanity, if it's completely a tyranny, a dictator, all kinds of Orwellian programs, do not just be light about it. Passive resistance is really what is wanted. And also be open to love. And there is love. There is two hearts that comes together to create something marvelous. Soulmates. Do not give up on those you love. So continue to cultivate this sense of love, for it is natural. We, men and women, were created to be best company for each other. So I hope you're having a wonderful day. I thank you very much for everything, and I'll talk to you later. Adonai.